Hi, this is Lorraine, and this is our final project for the demo kits and for the classes that I will be having in May. And let's get started. This is our project. It's a gift box that is meant to look like a fishing tackle box, and it coordinates with the vest card that we just completed. It's just a simple box, nothing elaborate. We have some hardware for the closure and for the tag, and just a simple handle made for the top. Okay, and let's do that. Alright, so for this project you're going to need one sheet of soft suede. This is the same color as our vest card that we just made. This is the final cutout of the box. In your kit you have the directions. You're going to cut down your sheet of soft suede to 10 inches and by 8.5. It's already 8.5 on one side, so you're going to take the 11-inch length and shorten it to 10 inches. Okay, then you're going to do score lines. On the long side, you're going to do a score line on from either side that's 2 inches. And then on the short side, you're going to do a score line at 2 inches, at 4 3/4 inches, at 6 3/4 inches, and at 9.5 inches. Okay, so these will be your score lines this way, and then you'll have the other two this way. This section here is your box bottom. This is the back of the box, the front of the box, the lid, and the lip on the front of the lid. You're going to be cutting away some sections. This part, this is the tricky part right here, is where you're going to make the flaps for joining the box together. Okay, and this one you want to make, if you draw this out on grid paper, it's a lot easier. You want a 1/2 inch flap by each of the sides. This is the side pieces. You want a 1/2 inch flap drawn in over the sides. You can score this if you'd like to do a control scoring. It's going to be 2 inches in. It's going to be 1.5 inches from the border this way, on this short side, and it's going to go in about 2 1/4 inches, excuse me, into it. Okay, no, it's 2 inches. I got it right the first time. 2 inches. Alright, so it's 2 inch by 1/2 inch flaps on either side of the piece that is the side piece. Okay, and then you're going to cut out the material on the corners that you're not going to use, and you end up with this shape of a piece. Okay, and you're going to want to fold on all of your score lines. This is part of basic box building. You always fold on your score lines before you assemble. You fold all the lines. This is kind of preparing them to assume their new shape other than flat. Okay, so this is our box front. We have, on this one I cut the flaps on this side, but that doesn't matter. As long as you got flaps that can join the sides together, and the back. And then this is your lid that's going to stay open. So, and then you'll want to put a sticky strip on those side pieces to join this together. Sticky strip is just a really good adhesive for holding things together that are going to have some stresses. And since you want to probably put some candy or something fun inside this box, you'll want to use sticky strip to hold it together. Snail will not be adequate, and a lot of glues will not be adequate to stand up to the pressure that a box would have to do. Okay. So after you've scored everything, then you're going to take your sponge and some chocolate, or this one is early espresso, again like on the vest, whatever brown ink you've got, and you're going to want to sponge all of the edges, the folded edges, everything, the cut edges all the way around. And that's going to give it a little bit of a worn and distressed look. I don't know if this camera's going to pick up that or not, but okay. And then this doesn't matter. You can attach the lid handle now before you assemble it, or you can attach it later. Either way, it doesn't matter, because you can flatten this out this way as well, so that you can do this. Alright, you're going to need a piece of some scraps of early espresso. Let's see, do I have that piece? I have it sitting here. I think I buried it. Yes. Okay, you're going to need a piece of early espresso that's 1 inch by, let's see, I'm not sure what this measurement is, by 3 3/4. 1 inch by 3 3/4. And this just makes our base for the handle to go on the lid. I'm going to center that on the lid. Then you're going to make a handle. To make the handle, you need a strip of early espresso. You can make this from the piece that you cut off to make the box shape. Anyway, so this is about 3/4 of an inch, I think. Let me see. No, it's probably much smaller than that. No, it's 3/4 by, I think, 10 inches. And it's scored at 5 inches, and you fold it in half. You're going to add snail or your favorite glue, whatever, to the inside of that, so that we make a handle that's a little stronger than a single layer would be. You're going to sponge the edges with the brown ink to make it also look distressed. Then you're going to begin folding it. You're going to give it some curve, and then flatten out the end, flatten out the other end, so you get this kind of a shape. Just keep playing with it till you get the curve you want. Curve it around your finger. Okay, and you get settled on the curve you like. Then you're going to be attaching your handle. So you're going to put it in place, and then you're going to need your mat pack and your paper piercing tool to poke holes for the brads to hold this on. So you will have this piece already snailed down, and then you'll bring this over and pierce it through all the layers. The mat pack, of course, protects your table, so you're not poking a hole through your table, and the other side as well. And then you're going to need a kit of hodgepodge hardware, because you're going to need some pieces, and from those pieces you're going to need some brads, and you'll put in your brad to put your handle in place. Open it up on the inside of your box. Sometimes these, because of the painting of them, get a little bit hard, so sometimes you can hold them back and forth a little bit, and then you can break that up a little bit. This one just may not be cooperating with me. There should be a short side and a long side, and I may just be pulling from the wrong one. Okay, there we go. Got it to open. Okay, so you're going to repeat that. Now if you want, you can take another piece of that espresso the same size and cover those up on the inside of your box. I didn't, but if you like a finished detail, that would be one way to do that, to finish the inside of your box. Okay, then the other detail on the other side, on the front of your box, the opposite end as it lays out this way. This is your front, and the front detail is a tag. This is in the Hodgepodge Hardware. This is a retired Hodgepodge Hardware. The current ones are very vanilla, which wouldn't necessarily go with this project, or the brushed silver, which would go very nicely. I just can't seem to find my brushed silver one, but I know I have it. Anyway, so you're going to figure out dry fit where you want that to go. Again, you'll use your matte pack and your piercing tool to poke holes through there. This little piece of very vanilla for this particular the smaller tag holder is, I think, let me see what it is. It's 1/2 inch by 1 1/4 to make the tag that fits inside this. 1/2 inch by 1 1/4 will fit inside there. Before you apply it, you might want to put a little bit of snail on the far ends just to hold it in place while you're playing with it and getting it lined up. Okay, again, just like on the shirt, you can write in Dad or your spouse's name or your son's name, whatever male recipient is going to get this. Okay, so then you put the brads in, and then on the other end where the handle is, you're going to do another piercing and add the closure detail, which is this piece here. Okay, and that's on this little lip that goes on the front of the box. Okay. Alright, and then the very last detail is this to look like hinging. You're going to take a fancy label punch, and you're going to punch out of scrap of early espresso 4 of these shapes, which we're going to call hinges, faux hinges, and then fold them in half to get this shape, and then you use snail to attach those to all 4 corners of your box. This box has the bigger tag, and your kit may have had a big tag or the small tag. There we go. And this closure is not a closure that will help you lift the box by the handle. You may want to play with some other kind of closure. Maybe you want to put Velcro or something if you're going to put heavy objects inside this box. Okay. Also, if you're going to put heavy objects in it, you might want to add a liner to the bottom of the box as well to make it a little more rigid. Okay, but this will hold like Hershey's, candies, whatever. Be a nice little gift box. Okay, hope you enjoyed that.